Hi, this is Bobby Klein. I'm the translator and the interpreter of the I Ching. This is a New Earth I Ching, easy to understand, easy to put to use. It's an oracle, 3,000 years of wisdom wrapped up in this. So sit back, take a breath. If you've got a question in your mind, ask it. If not, just hang in and you'll get some answers. And that's what this is all about. The I Ching, they say, is the book of change, and it is, but it's also the book of answers. All right. Tune in. Drop in. You're home. Yeah. You're home.
Soft, tropical sun, waking me in the morning, life in light and breath. This week takes us again to number 7. You know that there's 64 hexagrams and they get repeated. And this one is repeated just from a little bit ago. So it comes as a reminder. And we are reminded about behavior, about answers. So again, just take a breath, and before you listen, have a question. Ask a question of the oracle. Ask the oracle about behavior, motion, forward, backwards, together, alone, whatever it is. Ask your question about what the situation is now in business, relationship, whatever it is. And then the I Ching, the oracle, the I Ching, comes and gives us the answer from the Book of Changes. The New Earth I Ching. So as we look into the 3,000 to 5,000 year old oracle history, it gives us both numbers. We come to number 7. And we come to this period of time, and it tells us this is the time of the collective. Right? Everything rests on the center of the earth, and we're crossing over a place of risk, right? The wisdom says, power to the people. Bring your legions together. Alone, you will survive. Move together, and you will prosper. Yeah. What lies ahead in your situation is nothing less than great, and it will require great risks to achieve even moderate gains. So it seems you're going to put out so much effort and you only get ahead a little bit, but sometimes that's how it is. But there are gains, and you are going to move ahead. You see, it's not that your gain is restricted in any way. It's quite the opposite, in fact. The field is wide open, and that's what we're getting to. You see, the potential is greater than great. I love how the I Ching talks about things that are greater than great, and that's where we are. The access to your fulfillment of desire is risk right now. So you want to get ahead, you've got to look and see, what risk do I have to take? Where am I going to jump in? Will I jump into the burning cauldron? Will I jump into the cave? Will I jump into the relationship? Will I jump into change? Where am I going to go, you see? It's interesting that this particular hexagram talks about being at war. being at war with what has held you and the whole of humanity for now back from environmental spiritual leap of faith that is necessary and possible at this energetic shift on Earth. And we know our Earth is in jeopardy. This hexagram says that to clear the way for yourself, for your family, for your tribe, and for the collective, you see, you can no longer be the ordinary civilian standing by, observing the rush of activities flooding through your personal reality scene. You must center yourself and then enter the fray by accepting the mantle of leadership in your personal journey and among the collective. And this means basic human responsibility. Your responsibility to act for the greater good, to be there for the greater good, to be there for your health, for the health of your tribe, and the health of the collective, you see. There's a great benefit here. So you're asked to wait as you carefully align your inner life with your movement forward. So you look to what is correct in your life, what is incorrect. And what's incorrect, you change. And then you can then marshal your inner forces and set about readying yourself to meet the challenge. And the challenge is coming. There's some very real forces that are moving both on the inner plane and the outer plane. The activities of your experience, you're being triggered now. Triggered, that is your response to your quest for achieving progress and for bringing completion to your plan of attaining contentment and attaining peace of mind. You are the leader of your quest, right? Don't look outside yourself for the answers. They're not there. And if you do look outside yourself, they're not going to fit for you. As a leader, you're called into service. And service in this case is not something you just say, oh, it's my venture, I'm going to be of service. Man, it's a vital component as you move forward. It fills the gap that you might feel. It fills the emptiness, fills the loneliness that you've got to move forward and be disciplined now as you marshal your legions, your inner forces. This challenge, this test, is going to have to be met with an organized plan. A plan that is not directed by the ego, right? Not worrying about how you're going to look to others. Not worry about you're going to make you, big and noticeable. But it's a place of trusting your inner knowledge, the conjunctio, the joining of heart and mind. This will not be a place where you will be harmed, and you will emerge victorious if you meet the challenges with integrity and compassion and honesty. As you neutralize or defeat these negative forces, you find yourself emerging victorious with the achievement of having merged with the greater flow, the cosmic flow, as your abundance package unfolds. Do not fall prey to the ego. Do pray, but do not fall prey to the ego making noise in the background. Yep, attempting to lure you into a victory lap before you're ready, right? To come down the golden carpet, amid the flashing and, clicking of cameras, the paparazzi. That's not that time. It's time for your humility. And you have energy now, but this energy is meant to not for your aggrandizement. This is meant to calm the mind and nourish the collective of loving heart compassion. Let your victory, which is coming, quietly benefit all, as all are in need of healing, and stay in the flow. Stay in the flow that you've sacrificed for. Still your mind. Use these newfound gains, which are absolutely coming, to bring an elegance and simplicity to your life, right? And you will be able to share the benefits by sharing love and sharing respect with all around you. Less in the way of display is needed at this juncture in the time wave. Take a look and deconstruct the fears that are deep inside you. And be really ruthless with yourself as you examine your movement, or you want to have drama, you want to be run by fear. Just bring truth to the lies that you've told yourself about you not being good enough, or you're too late. You're not too late. Do you fear that you're not up to the task of leadership? Or you're concerned that if you take such a blatant and sometimes outrageous risk to face everything boldly, fearlessly, that you'll fail? Is that the fear? But in this, you cannot fail. The nature of the quest is such that those who enter with integrity and compassion cannot fail. Once you've assumed the role in the proper level of leadership and have taken the first step into risk consciousness, you'll be nourished by the influence of awaiting abundance, and it's waiting there for all. All you got to do, they say that everything starts with the first step, and that's all you got to do now is cross the line in the sand that has been drawn in front of you, and you're there. You're right where you need to be, and it's here that you'll have the vision, the strength, and the confidence to accomplish the goals on this journey, and it's a sacred journey. The growth this will bring about is going to bring benefit to your tribe, to your relationships, your associates, all sentient beings, and most of all will work in the inner plane to free you, to feed your spirit, and to bring you to touch your authenticity in the interconnected whole. You're gathering by the river to marshal your forces. These forces are made useful by taking the transformational risk into leap. The transformational leap into risk, You see, it's the risk of being guided by and trusting your intuition. Open your eyes as you open your heart, and fear not. This is the time of initiation, not to be afraid. Once you've made the leap, you are in movement. Always being aware that risk is your companion, right? Risk is your friend. It's your fuel right now. It's not your enemy. Risk is not an obstacle. You know well what you've done for yourself. You see, you've studied, you've paid attention, you've gained knowledge, and you have made many self-improvements. You've learned about equanimity. You've learned about being present, about sharing. Well, consider all these lessons that seem to be accidental, that come along as a shocking surprise that at first filled you with fear and gracefully, or not, moved you into the heart of the matter, the heart and the soul. You're now facing a big challenge. This is a karmic challenge. Could be in your business, your relationships, wherever it is in your life. It could be your sense of place in your spiritual or physical plane. Right now, you are called upon to gather these sacred and scattered elements and bring them together to make the shift in your personal situation. And by doing that, we affect the greater whole. It really starts with us. With actions such as these, you will triumph, and you will be the one with your inner light and your powerful and well-honed inner forces. Spirit is recognizing you and your actions, and this pleases Spirit. You're called to the collective, to roll with your helpers on this adventure of initiation. Look to those helpers and praise them. Point out their strength and judge not their weaknesses or your own. Consider that you have an army of companions. They might be close by, they might be far away, but it still is tribe, and you still will be supported, and it will carry you across this divide, the place where divine spirit emerges and then connects you with all. Allow your intuition to point the way. Trust the feeling of oneness that is coming now, and you're going to find out that you are not alone. So we're saying it's time to work with the collective, to open our hearts, to be in that place of light and be in that place of love, that place that we're coming home to. And that's what this time is about. That's where our movement is, that's where our love is, and that's where we're moving. So we say, look to the collective. Look to the souls around you, the great sentient beings that are all around you right now, the ones who hold you dear and the ones that you hold dear, and the ones that are close by. If they're working with you or for you, compliment them. Tell them what a good job they're doing. If it's in your family, tell them what a good job they're doing. Point out the best in the people around you. This is what is the juice. This is what moves us forward. This is the grease to the wheels. So it's about kindness, absolutely, but it's also about risk. And you see, what do you have to risk? Risk could be giving something up. Risk could be changing a relationship, changing something in business, and making corrections in your life. Sometimes it's risky to make corrections, but this is the time to do it, and this is the time that you can do it, and there's no doubt about that. This is the time that you can do it, that you can come into making these changes. So come to the place where you trust in the collective. Know that it's there and it's open for you to gain knowledge, to feel freedom, and to be open with. So come to that place as you open. I send you all the love that I can muster from here at the 20th parallel. And just be the light for your companions. Be the light for your community. That's what this time is about. Smile at people. As you just meet them briefly on the road, just smile, nod your head. Just be open. This is the time for us all to join together as a great collective, because there's big changes to be made, and there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it in any way whatsoever. So bring that love, bring that opening to yourself, bring that opening to your heart as you come to this place of light, this place of love, this place of being open. All right. Be the love that you desire. Teach peace. Teach the children. Dance the dance of love with your companions. In the phrase from here with the influence of the Mayans where I live, it said, in la kesha lakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, y'all. Goddesses, hold the light. Men, be gentle men. There's such strength in being a gentleman. Allow it to be. And be kind to each other. Love one another. This is the time. This is the time. Namaste, y'all. Soft, tropical sun wakes me in the morning. Life and light and breath. Yeah, don't forget to breathe. Love is the answer.